Hey guys, in today's video we will be exploring Pocketbase. It's a open source CMS, easy to host, small in size and really fast because it's written in Go. So it's not just CMS, you can make real-time database and backend authentication, file storage, everything is built in here. You don't have to worry about anything. So if you go to pocketbase.io, you will land up on this page where you will see something like this is how the application looks like. We will be installing this in a minute, but before we do that, what we can do is we can check out the documentation. What things do they give? So out of the box we get authentication. They also have the option to do OAuth with GitHub, Google, Facebook, and tons of other providers. And also you can locally store the file, the media which user uploads, or you can put it to S3 if you want. That's the better way to go about it. And also we can extend this app, so either you can use JavaScript, which I don't recommend for extending this, but if you use Go you will get lots of functionality. You can add more API routes, you can customize the response, you can serve your own pages and do lots of other things. So this is just like an open source GUI backend, you can say, and you can build the database schemas in here and use APIs to interact with them. Also there are other projects like which will just give you like GUI access, kiosk mode for Pocketbase I have seen. So let's head over to documentation. You can search as well. So all we need to do is just download this. So if you click on this, whether you are using Linux, Windows, or Mac OS, it will download itself. But what I'll do is I'll copy this link and I'll open the terminal. Let's make this big. Now I will create a directory, learn Pocketbase, and now I cd into it and I do wget or curl, whatever you want. I can do wget, you can do curl as well, and it has started to download this. It's just few MBs, not a lot, so you can see it's around 12 MB. They have zipped it, so we will have to unzip as well. You could just use your normal zip application and normal app, the GUI app for downloading this. Alright, so it has been downloaded. Now what we can do is we can unzip it. So I'll just type unzip pocket host and it will give us everything in here. And if I open this, you will get to see this license file, the change log, and we are right now on version 0.28.3. You could just use a self-hosted version of Pocketbase as well. It's called Pocket Host, pockethost.io. If you go here, you can just, they provide you with the self-hosted version of Pocketbase, but I'll show you how to do everything from scratch. And yeah, also keep this in mind that APIs might be changing, so you will have to manually migrate if you want to use the newer version of Pocketbase. Not everything is automated because it's a lot of work if you want to keep things backward compatible. Yeah. So now we have extracted this Pocketbase and we can remove this zip file. I will remove this. You could do this downloading and unzipping thing with a GUI application, graphical interface, no problem. So now I'll do /pocketbase and I'll do serve, and I can specify if I want a port or if I just want it to serve on the default. For you it should be fine to just serve it on the default port. It instantly launches this and opens the new URL in browser. Previously it did not do this. First we will create a super user, so I'll put my default, and whatever you can just create, or you can also initialize it from backend. So we have created a super user And now we don't have any normal users here, and this is how it looks, and it was instant. Why? We did not need to set any database. It's using a local SQLite database, which is fast. You can even back up that SQLite database and have it on multiple servers and do like load balancing and all. Those are advanced things which a small user base would not need. But yeah, let's go into this thing. This is the system. We will talk about this later, but ideally if you want to sign up, you can create a new user account either by going here, or you can just use a random, let's say Shivam demo at learnaws.io, and I can it can generate password as well on here. I will just do use strongly generated password and it will save here, and I can put the name, so demo user, and I can put some avatar here, and I'll click on create. So the user has been created, and I can use this user to log in and do some operations based on that, and I'll show you how the rules apply. I'll update this here. So if I click on this, I can change password from here. I can make it verified. And authorization provider, we don't have any. In users, if you click here in collection, you have these options in here. So if you want to edit any collection, you click on edit collection in this setting, and this is what you see here. And if I here, you will see the save change button, and let's say if you wanted to add some of your own fields for the users, you can do that on here. So you can say something like role. I'll do select, so, and I'll put select, and here we have to add choices. So role could be trial or paid. Hit enter, that's it. And you can also have like multiple select, but for this we are going to do with single select. And you can make this hidden, non-empty, and lot of things. Presentable, if you hover this, you will get to see this, whether it will show up here when you log in. So yeah, this is it, and you can also remove these created updated fields. And if you click on save changes, save and continue, you can do this as well. So it will not take you anywhere, so it will stay here. And now let's look into OAuth in options. If you go here, we have a lot of option here. OAuth 2, you click on enable, and now you add a provider here. So if you wanted to use Google, GitHub, or anything, you could just select here, and you will just put your client ID and secret. And also in that configuration, you'll have to provide a redirect URL. All right, and here you can also map these things: auth to ID, auth to username. Okay, so this is the default one, identity password. You can also have one-time password if you want. You can enable this, and they have added this feature recently. If you want MFA, here you go, everything is in here. You can do whatever you want. And there you have email templates. I think you can customize these, so what gets sent into email via SMTP. So pretty cool. I'll cancel this. We are good with normal username password authentication for now. And I'll show you how to create a new collection. You click on this new collection here, and what we can do now is we have these fields by default created, updated, and id is the required field. You cannot remove id because the database needs id as primary key. So what I can do here is make something like posts, and here you have this auth collection, view collection. So what is view collection is basically a collection derived from another collection. Think of it as like sql views. That's it. Let's do this, and I will add a plain text, and here this will be title, and it cannot be empty. You can put a regex, you can auto generate this. So if you want to be like something number between these characters, and minimum length, let's set it to 10 characters, and maximum length 300 characters. We don't want title to be any longer. And the next field, what we can do is do rich editor. What this is you can store html in this. So I'll do content. You can turn these options as well: non-empty, hidden, presentable, but we don't care about these. And here we have these API rules, and everything here is locked. So first let's create this. And now here we have these fields. If I click on new record, here we get like an HTML editor. You can use it here, or do anything on a client side using the Pocketbase API, which we will look into a bit. So Pocketbase is amazing. And I can do this. Okay, so paragraph heading, I can insert h2. Hey there, hey there YouTube, I spelled YouTube wrong, it should be YouTube. Okay, now I can put a bold, and I can even insert images here. How cool is that? Or let's put some bullet list. Cool Pocket Base, and I click on create. It's instant, there is no loading. One thing is because I'm hosting this locally, and the second thing is it's written in Go, so you see everything really fast, really fast. And yeah, this is how everything works in here. You can have multiple collection, multiple users. So now here you have one problem here: who created this record? You have no idea. As a super admin, I did it. So if I go here in edit collection, you can go anytime and edit things. It's just if you have relations, it will be a bit of a problem. So if you click on this new field, here I'll show you this relation field. Now here what I want is a users collection. How many users can edit? It's a single collection. It's like one to many. Okay, if I click on save changes, now this it's named as field. Let me edit this again. I will rename this as creator. So this is they'll give this warning. So yeah, I click on confirm, but right now it's NA. So if I open this picker, I can select this. But the thing is, this is not what we want to do. We want users to make sure that when they are whoever is creating this post gets assigned as a creator. So now let's go to API preview. Sorry, in a collection in API rule, who can create this? So right now it's super user only, and I'll unlock this. And if you click on this icon, you will get to see what kind of rules we can put in here. And if you leave this empty, anyone, anonymous people can create this as well. Let's go to Pocketbase docs back again, and here if you click on API rules and filters, uh, we have all these rules in here, and you can see if request.auth.id is not equals to null, we are doing this, and status is active, then only you can list this. So we copy it here, we put it here, and we make it equals to @request dot body dot creator. So I'll click on save changes. That's weird. Do we just put one equals? Yeah, we put just one equal. And now what needs to be done is we'll make this field creator as required. Just make it non-empty. If you want to cascade delete, this is like an SQL thing. If you are deleting other records, should this record be deleted? No. Or if you want this to happen, you can just keep it yes. Now what we will be doing is we will be using the SDK, a Pocketbase SDK, to do this thing. So here it's running, and the API is /API. That's it. Now what we do here is I open a new tab, burn create Vite template. So we will be using Vite .dev for. If you go here, you don't know what Vite is. It's like the tool for building React, normal, plain JavaScript applications. So we are using this. Ignore files and continue. We have some file, and for now I'm just going to go with vanilla JavaScript. No, TypeScript I mean. So it's done, and I'll do bun I. You can use npm, yarn, pnpm, whatever you like. So it will just install TypeScript and Vite. That's all we need. And if I open this in NeoVim, you will see all the files we have here. And you don't need to be using NeoVim. You could just have used VS Code as well. And here these are our Pocketbase data, and yeah, all the schemas we have there. But here this is our front-end application. In SRC we have this counter, so let's get rid of this. We have this main TS. I'll delete everything in here. This is gone, and in index.html we have this file. So Pocketbase APIs, or let's make it demo. That's it, and I'll make this main, and there won't be any server side rendering in here. So it's just plain JavaScript, and I put in header, welcome to Pocketbase, and it should be in h1. Alright, so there we go. Now we need to install Pocketbase SDK. So to install Pocketbase SDK, you can simply do one I Pocketbase, and it's installed. Now what we can do is import pb from Pocketbase. Here what we do is we do bun dev, and we can open our Vite file here. So I will save this. There is this some error, that's weird. Yeah, but we don't need to worry about it. And yeah, so let's go to Pocketbase. Here if you click on API preview, this is what you will get. So let's do this. We fetch all the records, and we can also put a filter, like if post is published, or if a post is in draft, and all that thing. And result list, this is let's comment out the filter, and I'll just do a console log of result list for now. and we should not be getting any result. We will be getting unauthorized. So guys, what we had to do is create a Vite config with vite.config.js, and what we did is we excluded Pocketbase from getting optimized, and that's all we did. Okay, now let's go back to our main.ts, and here as I showed you that we are expected to get like 403 error, which means unauthorized request here. Now let's go back, and how do we log in? So if you don't want to build any GUI, what you can do is const here let's go to the docs. In authentication with password, and this is JavaScript. So this is how we do it. I'll copy this, I'll put it here. So we don't need to do this, store this anywhere unless you are trying to do something with the auth data. But yeah, we will be doing something with the auth data. And here we had this user with demo at the rate learn aws.io, and we also generated a password for that user. Now let's see if we get anything in our demo. So we are not getting 403 anymore. If I refresh this page, you see we have response. No, we don't. Only super users can perform this action. That's sad. So let's go ahead and make this to any user. So if I click on posts, settings, API rules, so anyone can list this. Not anyone, only authentication user or anyone can list this. Let's or just make sure we have to log in to view the post. I'll copy this. So auth ID should not be, null. And to view this, it should not be null as well. I save this, and we reload this, and here we get 200 requests. That's awesome. We get this post collection. Isn't it cool? Yeah. Now what I'll do is I'll just quickly add Pico CSS. This will give us some styling and default. I'll copy this and I'll just put it in the HTML tag. Now we have got Pico CSS. Alright, looks pretty. So what I can do is, this is main, and put a container class in here, and it should add some padding. There we go. And if we wanted to have like a login page, we could do that as well. But let's focus on getting some data in here. So we will be populating content after fetching from here. Once we get result, the thing is right now we will not know what it is inside, but there is a tool which allows us to add some collection in here. So let's do a query selector, const section document get element by id, and here let's make it posts. Do posts li, and here, so we are just going to loop through it, and we will show this in the list. So posts list allies li whatever, and we do plus equals to, so we will have to do this let. Okay, and then we add another template string here. So this is li, and what we do inside is we put an h2 with the title. So I'll do $item dot title, and I close h2, and in paragraph I can just put the content. So item dot what was the, yeah, it's content. Now once we have looped, what we do is we append this. So section element dot append child. So this will give us like an HTML element, and what we can do is ul dot inner HTML equals to, we are just going to do postless, and we append this guy here. Okay, let's see if we got anything in here. Illegal constructor, that's interesting. Maybe we just do HTML element. Alright, so I went to MDN and checked how we actually create an element, and it's simple. We just do document.createElement instead of doing what we were doing. Let's come back to our Pocketbase demo, and here what I'll do is let's put let's put me here again, and document dot create element, and we pass the element name, which in this case is ul, and that's it. It should be fine now. Well, we are not getting anything. That is weird. So in items we have collection ID, we have created, creator, title. Let's try to log this ul. It doesn't have anything. Did we even get this? It still says content, and we forgot to save this. Hey, there we go. We get this. Awesome. So we definitely don't want to be rendering all the content here. I just wanted to show you how you can do this. But let's go back and we remove the content part. We just say this, and we can do posted by. But right now you'll see we have another problem here, which is the creator. So item dot if we go to our network tab and inspect the request, in collection we have creator ID. We do not get the actual user of the post. So how do we do that? So for that we have some nesting option which Pocketbase SDK gives us. And here if you go in working with relations and you click on expanding relation, and here all you have to do is just click on expand which field you want to expand. So now we go in this and we have this expand, and we want the string expand the creator to be expanded. Now go back and inspect the request again, the get request, and see if we have creator. So inside expand we have this creator. Isn't it amazing? And we have this creator name. Okay, So we expand creator name, item, expand creator name. uh, it might not exist, so yeah, but there we go. It shows posted by demo user, and we could even put his what do I say, avatar in here if we wanted. So let's create a div. You can totally do this in React as well, not a big deal. And if I do image src, right now all the images are public, so it won't be an issue. But if it was to be private, which you can do, so that would be a bit difficult. Let's go back to docs. That's where is our source of truth is, because anything might change while I'm making this video. Not really, but yeah, some things might change. File uploads and handling. We go here, uploading file. Click on file URL. So this is how the file URL would look like. And you can also have different pre-made thumbnails in here. Now get back to our demo. If you see, we have this avatar. So what we can do is we can get this avatar and append it with the collection ID. In here, the collection ID or name. So either you could just hard code it. So if you want to find out the collection name, this is the collection name. I can put this, and now we want to put the record ID. I do this. Again, item dot expand dot creator dot. Let's check again what is the record ID. It's just ID, so we do ID, and then again we have slash, and we put the file name, which is avatar. So we do the same thing in here. Or I have a better idea. Let's destructure this creator. Item dot expand dot creator, and if item dot expand dot creator is not there, we throw an error. Creator is not in the response, something like that. Not this. Yeah, there we go. Now we have error gone. Now we can just do creator.id, and we can do creator.avatar. And here as well we do creator.name. Hey, look who came in the background. Alright, it's too big, so if you come here, you can just do this size. And where do we edit this size? If you click in here in this avatar, we have this allowed mime types. So user can only put these kind of images, and that's the max size if you want to put. And if you want this to be protected with a token in S3 and all that, you can do that as well. So let's put a 15 to 50 size. So now Pocketbase will create that size of images, and all we need to do is if you want like to get this, like they also have a JavaScript method of getting this file path. So let's put thumb here. I am fine with putting this in a template string, thumb 50 into 50. Our avatar should be now small. Yeah, there we go. And I will just make this, instead of doing this here, what I should do is here. Perfect. I'll reduce the size a bit. Here ideally you should take this from a host, so const API host equals to API host, and we delete this and we make it API host. That's it, guys. That's it. So here, if I wanted to format this, it could be like this, and I can add a class CRUD here, so they both come in like this. Cool. And you could just make this a link and put other details like when this post was created. And yeah, so this is how you do things with Pocketbase. And what I want to do is I want to check if I append this UL before, does it still work? And we don't need backticks here. Yeah, it still works. So it means I can set up subscriber real-time connection. Let me show you that. If you go in this posts only and click on API preview and you select this real time, all you need to do is just do this, copy this, we put it here. Now we are subscribing to whatever happens to, whenever something happens, we want this to be getting added here to all the posts we are just subscribing. And here this is the action. It could be update, modified, added, and this could be the records. And here we also want to expand on the user field, so expand creator. We do this so that we get the creator, and I will extract this in a function so we can reuse this. Make list item HTML, and I will return this. Item, and here we pass TypeScript because record model. We can just do this for now. We will import from there, and now here what we do is we don't even need this post allies thing. We can simply just map over it, result.items dot map item. So this will become an array, and then we can just join it with a new line. And you did not even need to do this. You could have just done this. Yeah. It's that simple. And now const li array. Now we can join this. So ul dot inner text, no, inner html equals to li array dot join with a new line. Let's see if it works. Hey, there we go, it works as well. Alright, now if we subscribe to this, and this is the function which will be called, so this is like a callback event. Now what we do is we do const li html, same thing, make html list item, we pass e dot record, okay, and we add it to the first or last. So ul dot inner html, insert before, insert adjacent html. Alright, just stick with inner html plus equals to li html. Alright, now what we do is we go ahead and we can just duplicate the record in here. I select this and I click on delete selected. No, I open this and I click on three dots. I click on duplicate. Pocketbase is amazing. Now we use Pocketbase with APIs. I click on create. Let's see if it worked. There we go, we got our new post in here instantly because it uses server sent events to pull the data. So it's not polling, it's not WebSocket. So this is pretty efficient way if you want to make real-time applications with Pocketbase. And it also works with React Native. You just have to install an additional package to make it work with React Native. And if we go to our console, we should have received this create. Okay, so this is what we wanted. So if someone only creates, we are you could directly go and update the actual pocket like field. Like Pocketbase is amazing. So if I right now, if we go and edit this post, I'll just add edited. Okay, and if I click on save changes, it will still add a new record. Why? Because there is an update and we are not handling this. So I will show you how you can do this update thing. If it's a framework, it would be easier to do this, but hey, let's try this. Alright, here what we do is I add this ID here. So later we can just select this and update this. We will be just updating the h2. We will take it from here and put it here. We missed this guy. I do title underscore the ID of the record. So item.id. That's it. Now we will be having ID. Wait, I was supposed to put this in h2. Okay, I'll remove spaces. Fe dot action equals to update. What we do is document dot get element by ID, and it's title underscore the record ID. So e dot record dot ID. Okay, and then we do dot inner text equals to e dot record dot title. All right, this can't be optional, obviously this is fine. and we add a return here so that it stops in here. Let's go ahead. This is edited. Now what I'll do is I'll just make this unedited. Not sure if there is a word, but let's save this. Isn't it cool? This let me open this side by side and show you how cool this is. Okay, now we open this. This is unedited. Let's try to edit the first post. Pocketbase is amazing. Every CMS is amazing. This is instant. Now instead of saying every CMS is amazing, every CMS should learn from Pocketbase. I can save and continue. Awesome. You see, demo user. If you create another user and add them here, it would be, cool as well. And yeah, so also I'll show you where they store this token. It's stored in local storage. So here you see this is the API key, access token and all that. So if you clear this up and reload this, interesting. Okay, we were doing a login here. So it's actually Pocketbase auth. This is the JWT token they are storing. If you are doing this in a mobile app, you could just store this in a local storage there as well and use it. Yeah, so I hope you learned something with this new Pocketbase CMS, and you can extend this, add events on a backend if you want to do all that. But I think this is a pretty good, solid app. If you want to do something, build some apps with it, you have got everything in here. You can create collection, you can protect each API field based on that. So the other part I wanted to show you is this create field. So if we did something here which is like creating, so let's create a form, because that is important. Create in the CRUD application. I'll go here and click on forms overview. So let's make something like this. In index HTML, inside main, we have post, and before post, we add this form. So we don't put first name, we put title. Name is title. Post title. Here you could have done like a label and for as well, but this is more convenient, I guess. Content, and we can just make this text area. Okay. Okay. Yeah, awesome. So here we have this subscribe. We don't have subscribe, we have post. And I will add an HR here just to get some spacing. Yeah, and when we click on post, it should come up here. I'll add ID and make it post form. And in here we do another get element by ID. And if you inspect, this is post form. That's it. And to send this, I'll just do ts ignore for this, or ts expect error. A better way to say, hey, we are expecting an error here. I know about this, what I'm doing. So form element dot add event listener submit, okay, and we handle this submit event, and we also get e, and we do e dot prevent default so that we don't take user anywhere. So I can post this, and these fields should be required, so let's do that. Required. So yeah, there we go, perfect. We don't need lot of UI component and anything to make good websites, guys. This is just plain HTML and it looks good. Alright, and we have to get the values here. So how do we do that? So const data equals to new form data, and we pass the form element here, and here I tell this explicitly, hey, this is an HTML form element in TypeScript. If you are not using TypeScript, it won't be any problem. So yeah, and this is how we get data. And now we want JSON. So const object equals to object dot from entries data, and I'll log you this. So before sending, we see what we get. I'll rename this to post object test. I post. Do I get anything? Because I did not save this file. I click on post, I get title test, and I get nothing in the text area. Why? Because I did not specify the names. So title content. Now we get test and test. Perfect. Now all we need to do is post this. So how would you not post this? Like, how would you post this? We could just do pb.collection, and which is posts dot create. Yeah, and in body params. Okay, this looks good, but let's go ahead and check this again. If I wanted to create, yeah, we just pass the data. So ideally we'll be getting some error here if we just post the data, post object. Cool, simple. I'll add an await here, and I'll have to add async here. I click on post. Hey, 400 bad request. What happened? Let's go and see the response. Failed to create record. Why? They will not tell you. That's sad, right? Okay, here we are missing something, which is the ID of the creator. So how do we get the ID of the creator? If you remember, we had stored this auth data. So in creator, we do auth data dot record dot id. Yes. Now let's I am logged in and posting. Let me post. All right, there we go. Our post is coming here. Posting. How cool is it? And it's not appending it here, it's coming through a server, and we are syncing all the records here as well. If I go here and refresh this, if I edit this, I was edited just now. I click on save changes, I go back here, and yeah, how cool is this? Alright, so let me know if you want me to cover some more aspects or something specific around this Pocketbase and how you can integrate this. So ideally you would just reset this data. So the finishing touches would be to, once you are successful, you do form element dot reset. Okay, I go here, click on post, now it gets reset. Hey, you cannot spam our forum. And this is all demo user, so you can just make a form like this and make the user log in, just post this data in here. By the way, Pocketbase also supports form data, the Pocketbase API, and the, because they have to receive images as well. So yeah, you could have put image field in here. If you go in this record in introduction, file upload and handling, so you can see in documents you can just do this new file in here, and yeah, it would work. And if you wanted to send it in a form data, yeah, this is where they are showing you. So just try to go through the documentation. I have given you like a basic overview of how to do things in here. If I reload this, all the posts come, and let's just see if we uncomment this, what happens. Okay, we will not be facing any error apart from this, because if we post auth data is not defined. So how do we get auth data? So to do that, pb.authStore record id. So if there is a record, you could just do this instead of getting the stored auth data, and you will get this. Object is possibly null, so we do this, and now I can post this. See, it works. It works. Yay. If I hit enter or tab or hit enter, but if we are not authenticated, how are we getting the record? We won't be getting these records if we are not authenticated. Interesting case. Let's check this ID. Is this our user? Ends with was interrupted by while page was loading. Test. I think there is some limit to the character. Yes, that is what was happening, and we were not knowing why is it giving us this bad request. Isn't it sad? Oh, it was giving us an error, validation minimum text. It just comes in data. So if you are making application, you can get this exact field name and show this error, and it would be cool. So yeah, this is it for this video, guys. I will not be pulling this any longer because I'm tired now. Yeah, so I hope you learned something cool and you do some cool stuff with this. If you want to deploy this, it's super easy. Just just run this file on your server, and what do I say? put it behind a reverse proxy, something like Caddy or Nginx that would manage SSL automatically for you, and you'd be ready to go. And make sure you put the authentication in the right places, because if you don't do that, where did our other Pocketbase go? Yeah. Also, if you wanted to visit Pocketbase, it's not just port 8090. You will have to add underscore and this. Okay. And then how this will work, I'll have to invalid login credential. That sucks. Oh, I actually logged in from 1 to 7 and all that. So yeah, make sure you put in the right password and get into it. And if you wanted to backup, I will show you how you can do backup. So here, if you go, you'll see this. So just add underscore slash, and here you have this backup. If you click on initialize new backup, you can just let it auto generate, and in backup option, store backups in S3, enable auto backups, preset every Sunday, every Monday. So do these things if you want to keep your data safe. And if you wanted to set up some cron jobs, they have added these files. And as I showed you, this mailing setting, and use IP proxy headers. If you are doing some proxying, you can change stuff here. Application URL, batch API is an experimental which has been added. Rate limit is also experimental feature, and it will be stable in few days. So you can enable this. And max request per IP, you can just like, hey, don't DDoS my application. And target, you can do auth only, guest only. So yeah, you have a lot of controls here. All right, I'll see you in the next video.